some core. We will do a little bit of upper body, but mostly legs and glutes.
Okay, let's get started.
Yes, right. In today's session, you will need some dumbbells and you will need a mini band. If you don't have any, that's fine. We'll use body weight. But we're going to get started with our hands under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. Then we're going to bring the left leg out to the side. Take a deep breath in and exhale, push your hips back and forwards. Push back and forwards. Make sure that toe is turned forwards on the left side. So we're getting in a bit of a stretch for the adductors. Go for one more. Come back to neutral. Deep breath in. You're going to reach your left arm underneath your right. So we're rotating that thoracic. And exhale, big reach up, open the chest, and that should feel really good. Inhale, reach under, and exhale, big reach up. Go for one more on that side. Excellent, bring that hand in, bring the knee in, and we do the same on the right side. Right leg goes out to the side, you're going to push the hips back and forward slightly, push back and forwards. Go for two. One, come back to neutral, deep breath in, reach your right arm underneath your left this time, and exhale, big reach up, open the chest. Inhale, reaching under, and then exhale, big reach up, go for one more. Good. Hand goes back down, bring the knee in. Now we're going to come into some hip circles. That left leg comes out to the side, round and down. We're going to reverse the circle, so it doesn't matter which direction you start in. Two in that direction, one more. Now we're going to reverse that circle. You want to lift that footprint up to the sky and you're trying to work your full range of motion in the hips, so you're not tilting onto the side to get more range. Last one. Good, and we switch. Right leg comes out to the side, round and down. And you want to feel that your weight is evenly balanced between your right hand and your left knee. And reversing that circle. So this is mobilizing the hip joint, but it's gently firing up the hip stabilizers, your glutes. Two, one, bring that knee down. Okay, turning onto your back, you're going to lie down. From here, your heels are down, but your toes are up. You can reach your arms up into the air. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to lift your hips off the mat, engaging the glutes, and then roll back down. So it's nice and gentle to begin with, and we're going to intensify this warm up. And this is firing up the hamstring, so the back of the thigh, and your glute maximus, the back of the hip. Good. Going for three more like this. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Two. And your last one, you're going to lift and hold it there. Bring your right leg up towards your chest. You're going to roll down, lift the hips, place the heel back down, switch sides, left leg lifts. You're going to roll down, lift those hips, place the heel back down. So we keep switching side to side, and we want to make sure that we are keeping those hips really still. We're not allowing them to dip. You imagine you've got two lights shining from your hip bones up to the sky. Good. So we're working a little bit on that lumbopelvic stability. But we're also intensifying it for the back of the leg. Nicely. Good. One more each side. We roll down. Keep that leg lifted as you roll down. Last one on the left. Roll down. Lift. Heel down. Hold it there. We're going for little pulses up. We'll halfway lift up all the way. We're going for 20. 2, 3, 4. Really engaging those glutes. We're just making sure we're getting everything thoroughly warmed up. It's really important to prevent injury. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And roll down. Hands are going to go behind your head. Your elbows are going to go wide. I want you to take a deep breath in as you exhale. You're going to lift your chest, bring your legs into a tabletop. You're going to extend your right leg, bend, your left leg, bend, and then your head goes back down. So we're just doing a little bit of ab activation now with the core work. We lift the chest, extend one leg, bend, extend the other leg, bend, head goes back down. And we want to keep that lower back gently connected to the mat. Reach, reach, head goes back down. Good, big lift, lengthen, bend, lengthen, bend, head goes back down. So we've got that little hold when we extend those legs forwards. Good, and this is working the lower abdominals a little bit, those upper abdominals and your deep core too. Obliques also get a little bit of work, but it's more those internal obliques. We're here for 4. Good, go for 3. We lift, lengthen one, lengthen the other. We're here for 2. Nice. And our last one, we're going to lift. We extend the right leg, extend the left leg. Hold it there. See if you can reach those arms forwards, reach those legs forwards. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give those knees a hug. Rock from side to side. Okay, we're going to be revisiting core work in a moment, but for now we need to turn onto your side. Right forearm down, right shoulder roll back and set down. We're going to do some glute medius activation, which is the side of the glute. Your knees can just be slightly forwards, but your hips are tucked in. Shoulder is stable. And we're going to lift the hips, lift that top knee, but keep the leg bent, then lower back down. Lift, lower. We're doing this 10 times on each side, and this is going to help us fire up our hip stabilizing muscles. So when we do our set of exercises using weights, those muscles will already be switched on and primed for movement. 2, last 1, and then we're going to switch sides. Good, left forearm down, shoulder is rolled back and set down. We're going to lift the hips, lift the top knee. Inhale down, exhale up. Halfway, we're here for another 5. Good, 4, 3, 2, and your last one. Perfect. Right, coming up onto your feet. You're going to go for some bigger arm circles, so bringing those arms back, firing up the back a little bit, but also mobilizing those shoulders. We're here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Right, we're going to get going with a set of exercises. We're going to do some curtsy lunges. So Trinny, I'm going to hand you the 5s. Oops, where's the other 5? Oh, here. So you've got the 5 kilos, 1 in each hand. There you go. Yep. And I'll go with the 8s. Right, so shoulders, we're not bringing them forwards, we're going to just roll them back, set them down. And a curtsy is where you bring your foot behind and across. We lower down, drive up through the heel. From the side, you want to push the hips back, lean forwards a little bit. That's going to get into the glutes. Inhale to go down, exhale to press through your heel. We're going to do this for 40 seconds. We get a little 20-second break, and then we're going to do a glute isolation exercise for 40 seconds. And we are working for 6 minutes with 20 seconds between each exercise. So we do 3 sets. We're here for another 15 seconds. So leaning forwards a little bit, pushing through that heel. The foot at the front is turned forwards or ever so slightly turned out to the side. Last one, and stop. Right. Trinny, we're going to use the 10 now. We're going to come into a frog bridge where the soles of the feet are together and the knees are out to the side, but with the weight on your hips. You can do it. You did it the other day.
Okay.
Do it. Right, I'll just
So
show
we're like
you.
that, yeah.
Yeah, so we're lying down. The weight is at the very top of the thigh. Soles of the feet are together, knees are out to the side. Do put a cushion or something on your hips if you need to. You're going to lift your hips, tucking in. We hold for 3 and then lower back down, okay? Let's go. So we're going to lift, hold for 3, 2, 1, back down. You want to squeeze the butt, push those knees out. And this is just going to get into those glutes and work the top, very top of the back of the thigh. Good. Lifting. 3, 2, 1. How's that weight feeling?
It's good.
Good. Right. So you initiate the movement by lifting the tailbone off first. So you really want to tuck in, and then it's a quick lift up. 3, 2, 1, and back down. Lift. 3, 2, 1. Good. One more. We lift. 3, 2, 1. Hold each end of that weight. Elbows on the mat. Lift the weight. And then we're going to come over to the side. We stand up. We've only got 20 seconds to go back into our curtsy, which is actually only 5 seconds at this point. So we're going to grab our weights. And let's get it started. So stepping behind and across. On the in-breath, you go down. Your out-breath, you stand. Good. And we are here for another 15 seconds. So it's not long, but we're not resting much. Good work. Right. One more on each side. Good. Last one. Pushing through that heel. Stop there. Put those weights down. We're going to go back into our frog bridge in a second. We've got 10 seconds to get going in the frog bridge. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. We lift, hold it, and then lower back down. And again, tuck in and lift. 3, 2, 1, down. 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Squeezing those butt muscles. 3, 2, 1. Good. We've got 10 seconds. This is our last one. We're going to lift, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Grab hold of that weight. We're going to bring it to one side. We've got that little transition. And then we're into our final set of this superset, and we will have been working for 6 minutes. So grab hold of those dumbbells and let's get it started. Inhale, exhale, push up, off that mat, push through the heel. Good. Halfway. At this point, you should be feeling like you are really starting to work hard. Remember to keep those shoulders back muscles still and engaged. Good, one more each side. Last one. Perfect, weights go down. We're going to transition into that frog bridge. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're going to lift, hold it, little static hold, and then lower back down. Good. And you want to make sure that you're not arching that lower back, you're really tucking in, so you're keeping your lower back safe and making it all about those glutes. Big lift, 3, 2, 1, 10 seconds to go. And then we're going to lift and hold and do 10 pulses in the last rep. Good work. Right, the next one is our last one. You're going to lift and hold. 10 pulses. Lower halfway, lift up all the way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll down. Take hold of that weight. Should really have felt that in those pulses. Right, coming up onto your feet, we're actually going to do some core work, but it's going to work the shoulders a little bit too. So we're going into our wood chop. We haven't done that for a while, so you're going to hold the 5. You need 1 5. Is it cool? It doesn't feel that cool, does it?
Cool, cool.
We're getting toasty in here this morning.
You start, Tony.
Okay, right. Left foot is going to be forwards. Right knee is on the mat. If you need to, you fold your mat over. The hips are tucked under. So again, lower back is protected, just like in that glute bridge that we were doing. You hold the weight at each end. The hips stay completely stable. You're going to start with the weight at your right hip and you swing it up above your left shoulder. You get a little bit of rotation in through the ribs, in that thoracic, and the hips stay safe. Or sorry, the lower back stays safe because we're not moving it. It's nice and stable in that split stance. Good. So shoulders are working a little bit, but the core is working really hard here. We're working obliques. We're here for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. We switch sides. Right foot forwards, deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to bring that arm up, or the arms up rather, across the body to the opposite shoulder. We get a bit of momentum going on, but we must stabilize through the hips. Good. 15 seconds. Nice. We're here for another 3, 2. Last one. Perfect. Stop there. We're going to put that weight down. Bands are going to go on. If you have a band, I think that's from a hair grip. No. Right, so you're going to put that band on just above your knees. If you don't have a band, don't worry, you can still do the exercise. You're going to go down onto the forearms with the band on just above your knees. And we're going to lift the right footprint up to the sky. And I want you to keep the foot quite relaxed. So if the focus is on engaging the glute as we lift the right leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So you can be on your hands or on your forearms, whichever feels more comfortable for you, as long as you're tucking the hips in and it's not going into your lower back. Good. And this is just a nice, it's called a donkey kick, and it's a nice exercise just to focus on one glute and then the other glute. And it's a good one if you do get back pain. Because sometimes doing squats and deadlifts can be a bit difficult if you suffer with back pain. We're here for another 4. So big lift, go for 3. Tap those hips a little bit more, Trinny. You've got 2. Lift and hold your next one. Pulsing up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Oh, definitely felt that. This is a tough band. Right, switching sides. Let's go. So left leg lifts and lowers. Using that left glute as much as possible. You'll notice you feel the opposite side, but more in the side of the hip, because you're using that to stabilize. Working with the breath. Inhale down. Exhale, you lift the leg up. Halfway. Do you feel that glute switching,
Yeah,
Anthony?
I do.
Good, me too. This is why we're doing it. We want a pert butt. Right, we're here for 15 seconds, then we're going to go into those little pulses. Try not to collapse in. Lift the back of your head towards the sky. Think about that posture as well. It's easy to forget, especially when you start to feel that burn in the glutes. Lift and hold. Pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And stop. Right. Push your hips back. Rest in a child's pose for a moment just to relax the back, relax the glutes. We're here for 3, 2, 1, and coming up onto your feet just so you can take that band off. Sip of water if you need. We're going to go into set number 2. So we're going to go into the wood chop and then we're going to go into that glute work. Feeling those glutes, which is good.
Yeah.
We're building back up, Trinny.
You're building back up.
Right.
That's what we like.
It is. Left foot forwards. Right, I'm going to turn to the side this time so you can see from the side. Right knee on the floor. We're going to hold that weight at each end. Start at the right hip. Deep breath in. Exhale, swing across the body. We're not moving the back. We're keeping everything stable, and that is what works your core. This works your deep core more than your superficial core. Both are equally important to train. Good. Inhale. Exhale, swing up and across the body. Good, last one. Nice, stop there, switching sides. Right foot forwards, let's go. Again, nice and stable, we get a bit of momentum on the go. Perfect, deep breath in, arm comes down, exhale, lift those arms up. 10 seconds. Nice, go for 2. Last one. Perfect, right, that weight goes down, the band goes back on. Time to go into those donkey kicks. And we are doing a minute on each side, so that is quite a lot. Hands or...
It's fucking not a weird fucking way.
I know, I just think you're stalling. Do you?
I'm not stalling now. I'm not stalling. Okay.
Right, let's go. You're going to lift the footprint up and lower back down. Good. Squeeze that glute. Now, if you do find that you're up on your hands and it is going into your back a little bit, do come onto your forearms. Just because that puts your back in a position so that you're not going to arch it so much. But do what feels best for you. If it's up on your hands, then that's great. Good. And if you want, you could even go for a little pause at the top. Maybe you've got a light band, maybe you don't have any band, in which case lift, hold for a second, and then lower the knee back down. Going for another 10 seconds, and then we've got those pulses. 2, we lift and hold, let's go pulsing up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, God blimey. That is...
God blimey.
I don't know why I turned into a cockney then, but...
Oh my God, such a big expression.
It is, isn't it?
Right, you're dithering that. You're just
I am. I was
together, aren't you?
I was, Trinny, I'll be honest, I was. Busted. Right, inhale, bring that knee down. Exhale, lift, engage the glute. This is a really tough band. And it's good, it feels good. Make sure that it's not feeling too uncomfortable in the hips. If it is, you might just need to rest for a second, loosen up, squeeze that glute though as you lift that leg. We're here for 25 seconds and then we have the pulses. Remember what I said about lifting and holding for a second if it's too easy. We're going for another 4, and then we're pulsing in 3, 2, lift and hold. Ready? Go 4, 10, 9. Lift that leg nice and high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Wow. Right, coming up onto your feet. You can take that band off. We're done with that set. We're not doing it again. Oh my goodness. Buns of steel. That's what we're going to have after this. Right, so our next set of exercises, we are going to be doing some more glute work. We're going to bring the hamstrings into it. But I thought we'd also do a little bit of back and bicep work at the same time. So we're going to do a combination and then more core work. Trinny, I'm just going to, you are going to use the 8s. Put these there. Right, I will show you a couple of reps and then we'll get started. We're going to do this for 45 seconds. Do you want to get started with the 5s just in case?
Yeah.
And then we'll work on once you get the movement pattern. Always start, we are going to do deadlift. So if you don't feel confident doing this, do start with lighter weights. It's much better to start with lighter weights and work on your technique than to go straight in with heavy weights. Right, so I'll show you. We're going to pick the weights up nice and safely. You push the hips back, set those shoulders down, lift with the legs. You hinge the hips back, so as if you're doing a stretch. Your knees are slightly bent. We do 1 row, then we stand. Hips back, 1 row, stand. Now we want to keep the weights really close to the legs. We pull the shoulders back, pull the weight to the hips. So I will just show you up close what I mean. You hinge, so you're pushing your butt back, your shoulders set back, you arc the weights towards the hips, engaging the back, then stand your thumbs, shave your legs the whole time, especially when you're standing and going down in that deadlift. Good. We pull, lengthen, drive up. So this is hamstrings, back of the thigh, back muscles, biceps, and glute maximus, the glute at the back. Last one. Good. Right. Now we're going to come into a plank variation. So I'm going to put one weight on the end, Trinny, you can just use your 8s there. Hands are going to be under the shoulders. Now you want that weight a little further away from you so you can tap it. We're going to do a bear plank and tap the weight. So the knees hover just an inch off the ground. We're going to tap the weight with one hand, tap the weight with the other hand, keeping your back flat as if you are balancing a bowl of water on your back. You don't want it to spill. Although maybe this morning we would because it's pretty warm. Tap, tap. Keep those hips really still. They are underneath the knees are underneath the hips, which is going to help keep the back feeling a little more comfortable. It's a great exercise for the obliques. We're working the arms a lot here too. Nice. We have 10 seconds. Not long, but definitely long enough. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Have a rest. We're working hard for our breakfast this morning. Little rest, have a sip of water. We need to take our recovery now because this is strength work. Muscles are going to replenish their energy stores, their ATP, which we get from creatine.
I'm not taking creatine.
Oh yeah, we
I've got to get some more. I'm taking the electrolytes.
Okay, well electrolytes are fantastic. They will give you a bit of energy. And as we're getting a bit of a sweat on this morning, good to replace them. Right. Okay. Set number 2. Do you want to stick with the 5s or go up to the 8s?
I'll try the 8s.
Yeah? Okay. Great. So we've really got to work on our technique. We're going to bring those weights forwards. And remember, when we lift, shoulders sit down, lift with the legs, not rounding the spine. We've got to keep the back safe. Ready? Let's go. So we're lifting them. Excellent. Shoulders set down. Hinge those hips back. We do one roast. Work the back, drive up, tuck in. Inhale, exhale, pull. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drive up. Good. So sending the body weight back, and that is what works the back of the legs. Good, we just have 10 seconds to go, and then we're into our plank exercise. Last one. Good, stop there. We're going to come into our planks. So bear plank, one weight goes on the end, just so you have something to tap. Hands go underneath the shoulders. Knees underneath the hips, hover those knees. And let's go. Tap, tap. We want to keep the hips as still as possible. So it's all about your weight transfer. When you lift that right hand, your weight is going to be more on your right toes, and vice versa. Good. Taking your time. Just 10 seconds left. Great one for the side of the stomach as well. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good work. Little rest, a bit of recovery. Hydrate if you need to. And then we're going to go into a new set of exercises, because I'm being nice today. Trinny doesn't like doing 3 sets. Normally say
You are so nice.
I know.
My friend Catherine, she hates repetition.
Really?
Yeah.
It's, I think if you've got a busy mind,
Yeah, you just like,
repetition is just so boring.
it's a killer.
It is, I
Yeah.
know. Right, it's got to be done sometimes though.
Yeah.
We are going to do a squat to press. So I want you, actually, you can put the bands on above the knees just to,
Why not? Just to add
just
some
to bring in
extra oomph to our workout.
just to bring in some extra spice. Right. Trinny, you're going to use, I'll give you the 4s, I'll take the 5s today.
Thank you.
We're doing exchange of dumbbells. I'll just see this. Right. Weights up on the shoulders. Bring your feet to just about shoulder width, maybe a bit wider. You can either have your toes slightly turned out or they are forwards as if you're on train tracks. You inhale, squat, push the knees out, exhale, drive up, press both weights up to the sky. Now this is a full body exercise pretty much. We're working the legs, we're working the shoulders, we're working the core, we're working the glutes. You can either keep your palms turned towards each other as you press, or turn the weights forwards, or turn your palms, forwards, as you drive the weights up. It's going to get the heart rate up, this one. Big press. We're here for another 10 seconds. Good. Let's do 2 more reps. Press, last one. Good, stop there. Band is going to stay on. We've got more glute work. We're going to lie down. Remember how we started with the glute bridge and the leg lift, but this time we're going to stay up. We're going to lift one leg, lower, lift the other leg, lower. So we keep the hips really stable and lifted, tucking in. So if you're dropping your hips as you lift the knee and you've got a band on, maybe take the band off. If that's still too much, just keep your hips lifted and maybe just do a little pulse up and then roll back down, because it's all about gradually increasing that workload on your body. Don't do something if you're not doing it in good form, or modify. Really important. So keep them lifted. And it's slow, it's controlled. We've only got one more set after this and then we're done. So this is like the final push, okay? One more each side. Good. Rolling down. Give those knees a hug. Rock from side to side. Well, I feel like we've really worked our glutes today, Trinny. Gonna have to have such a good stretch in a second. Right, up onto your feet. Little sip of water. We have got a little rest. And then we're into our final set. Final squat to press, final glute bridge march. Right, you're going to pick up those fours. Right, feet are parallel or slightly out to the side, weights up on the shoulders. Let's go, it's only 40 seconds, deep breath in. Exhale, push those weights up. Make sure you're pushing the knees out. And again, if there's any knee pain or your back hurts, get rid of the band if you're using one. Or if your shoulders feel bad, you can maybe just come into a little opener and then lower back down. Nice, we're halfway. Final push, this is the hardest bit. That glute bridge is tough, yes, but not as tough as this. Final one. Stop there, put those weights down. And we're going to our glute bridge punches, so lying down. Band, do you want the band on?
You would like me to have that?
Yes. that was a rhetorical question. Right, tucking in, making sure we're stable in the hips. We lift up. Hips are still. We're going to lift one leg, squeezing the opposite glute, lift the other leg. Good. And if you need to modify, that is totally fine. Wherever you're at, your exercise journey is perfect. And you get stronger with every single rep. That is the magic of exercise. If you need to reset for a moment and lower the hips, that's fine. Good. Or maybe it's not hard enough for you, in which case you could lift and hold for 3, then lower the leg. Good. We've got one more on each side. Last one. And rolling down. Take that band off. We're going to give the knees a hug. We are just lying down now. We're going to stretch and relax. Let's come into some windscreen wipers. Lowering your knees from left to right, and that feels really good after all of that glute work that we've done. We are going to have to hold the stretch for I think about 45 seconds today, the glute stretch. We'll get started with stretching out the hamstrings. So I want you to place using that band that you were just using, or grab something that you can use to loop around your foot. You're gonna lengthen the other leg, or you can keep the knee bent if you're not feeling too flexible today. And then we just stretch out the back of the leg with your foot to the loop. Deep breath in, bend the knee, and then exhale, extend. Good. You're going to extend and hold. Pull the leg slightly across the body. Feel that stretch in the outside of the right leg. Come back to the center. Hold that stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. You're going to inhale, bend and extend on the out breath. Good. We're going to extend and hold. Pull the legs slightly across the body. Keeping both hips pinned down on your mat. 3, 2, 1. Back to the center, hold it there. And release. Take your foot out. That we're going to go into our glute stretch now. So, Trinny, don't use your thing to put your foot against. It is really helpful actually, especially when you're holding the stretch. If you put your foot against a wall or a sofa or something in the figure 4 stretch, it's really nice. You're going to cross your ankle over that knee. Don't worry about which side you start on. We're just going to hold it. I'm going to put the timer for 45 seconds because that way we can release the muscles a little bit more. To maintain flexibility, hold a stretch for about 30 seconds or so. But if you want to really increase your flexibility, you need to really hold for about a minute or more. I know that ballerinas, they'll do, say, like 2 hours of stretching a day.
Really?
Yeah. And their stretching is brutal. Like they put weights on their legs to stretch out. That's why a lot of professional gymnasts and ballerinas have hip replacements by the time they're 40. We're here for another 3, 2, 1, and then switch. So holding that stretch on the other side. We need this stretch. Just letting your parasympathetic nervous system switch back on, taking deep breaths, trying to relax, heart rates slowing down. Holding for 3, 2, 1, and release. You can give those knees a hug and just rock from side to side so you can get a little bit of a back massage for yourself. And then we're going to go into our figure 4 stretch. So if you just move back on the mat a little bit, really cross your left leg, not figure 4 stretch, sorry, open book stretch. Left leg over the right leg. Bring your left arm up and over and just hold that stretch. So we're not going to keep going in and out of it, we're just going to hold it and relax into it, stretching out the chest, but also the neck as you're looking to the left, so you'll feel the right side of the neck stretch out too. Back to the centre, cross your right leg over the left, lie on your left side. You're going to do the same, big stretch up and over that right arm, and we look to the right, holding that stretch. We're here for another 3, 2, 1, back to the centre. One more time going into those windscreen wipers, then we're going to turn over and come into our other stretches. Good. Right, turning over. Turn onto your front. We're going to do a cat dog stretch. Deep breath in, flex your spine. Hard knee and breath, and exhale, extend nice and slowly. Inhale round. And exhale, extend. Coming to neutral. You're going to bring your right foot forwards. Reach your arms forwards. Then you're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, that right arm is going to go up and over to the right. So we're getting a little bit of a rotation. Inhale, bring that arm forwards. Exhale, big circle up and over. Bring the arm forwards. Go for one more like this. So then you're going to place your right forearm on your right thigh. You're going to lift that left arm and lean over to the right just to get in a slightly deeper stretch for the front of the hip. Back to the centre. We're going to switch sides. Left foot forwards, hips tucked under, reach those arms forwards, deep breath in. Exhale, bring that left arm up and over to the left. Inhale, return. And exhale, bring it up and over. Inhale, return, go for one more like that. Left forearm down, big reach up with that right arm and lean over to the left. back to the center. Frame that left foot. Step forwards with your right. Shrug off those shoulders. You can just rock from side to side. Make sure you're feeling nice and relaxed. Soften the knees, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, begin to stand nice and slowly. Roll those shoulders back. Interlace your hands behind your back. Pull the shoulders down. You're going to tilt your left ear towards your left shoulder. And then slowly down, up to the right. Good. Back to the center. And just have a little shake out. You are done.
We are done. That was really good. Well done, everyone, for doing it. Don't we feel what we've achieved is magnificent? Friday, I won't be here. I will be abroad. So let's catch up again on next Monday. Should we do Monday?
Yeah,
We'll do Monday. We'll do Monday live. All right,
Yeah.
7:30. Take care.